All right, the object today is to load all these debris in the medium-sized trash can in the back. Portable work table is really handy to stabilize your items or use for holding your tools while you're working with other ones. I'll unload and reload that household trash on the top of the yard debris for a few reasons, mainly to be sure the heavy articles are at the bottom of the can, so when it's tilted into the truck, it's emptied completely. Couple tools, the lopper, very sharp, and the Sawzall. Electric is more powerful than a battery one. I've got one of those, but I've found the electric one is much more powerful and makes the job faster and easier. First thing will be to chop off the larger portions of those branches because it is so heavy. They'll go in the bottom, and then that'll force all the other stuff out. I'm going to chop it all pretty finely so that there won't be anything pretty much tight and wedged in the bottom or in the sides, medium and top, so everything falls out. So far I haven't had a problem with that. This video was an hour and 15 minutes long. I speeded it up to 2 times speed, but it's still pretty boring at, 35 minutes. I would have made it faster if I could figure it out, and I'm still looking at how to do that. I didn't edit it just because I wanted to show all this stuff really fits nicely in that trash can. What's happening now is I'm using the Sawzall to chop the thicker portions of the branches to 6 to 8 inches, maybe some more while I haul it over there and chop it again. I'll maximize the simplicity of that tool as much as possible. It makes it a lot easier. Once you get into the chopping with the lopper, you're using a lot more energy, and you end up getting tired of that after a while. Those leather gloves, they're about $5 a pair. They're super nice. They're lightweight, tough, but thin and comfortable. The source I get them from is the welding supply store. For $5, they last quite a while if you don't abuse them too much, and you don't get sweaty in them. They're breathable. I just love those things. Looks like the dog's lurking around there. Wanted me to remind you to take your dog out there. They like to be outside with you. She likes to be included in the process and make sure everything's going okay. She'll be showing up in the video later on. You can comment on how good she looks. She loves all the compliments. All right, there's a dry piece going in there. I don't have many of those. They are easy to kind of chop up or break up with your hands. Generally, most of this stuff is green, even though it was cut down about 3 weeks ago. So the last 2 weeks, I've been filling up this can, and there's still another load after this to go next week. It's the green stuff is a lot easier to chop with the hand tool or the Sawzall. As you see, a long piece, if it's green, you can just kind of snap away at it and it'll feed itself into the can. Once it gets dry, you'll find you get a lot more scratches or cuts just because the stuff is hard and unruly, doesn't bend as much. So if you got it green, capitalize on that and chop it up. All right, I figured out how to speed it up, so you're going to see some fast packing. And then comes a time after you've cut so much, you get warm and your coat's got to come off. So once that happens, you start to cool right away and it feels good if you can get your gloves on. It was about, I don't know, 60, 65 degrees then, and pretty nice weather for January. Comes a time when it's just sort of bouncy and fluffy on the inside, even though it's chopped pretty fine. You got to get something heavy to push down on it just to tighten it up. I've got a piece of cement that works really well. A 4x4, 3 feet long, works really good too. I used to use that, but this works really well. Just to push it down. It doesn't squeeze it in so it gets stuck or anything, but it just flattens it out. Okay, the long-awaited dog sequence. Wait for it. All right, now for our scale to magically appear in the picture. Let's see how much this weighs, even though I already told you. Oh, $8. Cheap. Those thrift stores are great. There's the alleged household trash. $8, what a deal. Okay, time to reposition the can. Let's see, how much do I weigh? Well, I think it was 153. Whew. All right, here comes the can. Gonna stand it up on edge, and we'll see what we got. $146. Ah, how could they complain about that?